Assalamualaikum dear students, this is your biology teacher and today we are going to continue our chapter Transport in Mammals. As you know, in the previous lecture we discussed about the difference between arteries and the veins, and today we are going to discuss about the double circulation or a double pump in the mammals. Double circulation in mammals. Students, as we have discussed earlier that mammals are the well-developed organisms. But if we discuss about the fishes are underdeveloped organisms, then fishes have the single circulation. Now, what is single circulation? First of all, we will discuss about the single circulation or single circulatory system, and when after that, then we will be discussing about the double circulation. So, single circulation means that heart of the fishes transfers the blood to their gills. You know, fishes do not contain the lungs, they contain the gills, and through the gills, the blood contains the oxygen. Clear? And after that, from the gills, the blood is transported to the whole body of the fish, and from the whole body the blood again comes to the heart. Now, from the heart, the artery transports the deoxygenated blood. You know, deoxygenated blood is that which contains lesser amount of oxygen to the gills, and from the gills blood gains the oxygen and becomes oxygenated. Now this is the oxygenated blood which is transported to the whole body, and when oxygen is given to the whole body organs in the fishes, the blood again becomes deoxygenated, and this deoxygenated blood through the veins again come to the heart, and this cycle continues. So we can understand that this is the single circulation. So if blood travels once during each circle of the body, we can say that this is the single circulation or single circulatory system, and this is present mostly in the underdeveloped organisms of the fishes. If we talk about the double circulation in mammals, then what is that actually? Suppose that this is the very rough structure of the heart, and you know our heart has 4 chambers. Now you can understand the structure of the heart, that a person who is standing in front of you, that person's right side is here and left side is here. So it means right side of the heart is this and left side of the heart is this. Clear? Now we know that upper 2 chambers are known as atria and lower 2 chambers are known as ventricles. So this is the right atrium Atria is the plural and atrium is the singular. And this is the left atrium. And lower two chambers are known as ventricles. Singular is ventricle. So this is the right ventricle and this is the left ventricle. And we know that there are valves present in the heart. Here are the valves. Now students, consider that here are the body organs other than the lungs, and here are the lungs. You know, two lungs are present there in our body. Now what happens? That blood travels from the whole body to the right atrium, and this is deoxygenated blood. Blood having lesser quantity of the oxygen, and this from the body organs other than the lungs, the blood comes into the right atrium. This is the deoxygenated blood, and it comes through the vein known as vena cava. This is the main vein which carries the blood from the whole body organs to the right atrium. Now what happens? It means right atrium contains the deoxygenated blood, and from the atrium the blood moves to the right ventricle through this valve, and this valve is known as tricuspid valve. What is the meaning of tricuspid actually? Tri means three and cuspid means flat. So this valve has three flaps. So this valve is known as tricuspid valve, and it is attached to the ventricle valve with the help of a thread-like structure which is known as cardiotendon. Now right ventricle contracts, and the deoxygenated blood moves from the right ventricle to the lungs. Now this right ventricle contracts, and because there are chances that blood can flow back to the right atrium, but there is tricuspid valve which will be closed and will not allow the blood to move into the right atrium. Now from the right ventricle the deoxygenated blood moves to the lungs, and the artery which carries this deoxygenated blood is known as pulmonary artery or pulmonary arch. Now from the lungs the blood contains the oxygen or carry oxygen, and now this blood is oxygenated, and oxygenated blood moves to the left atrium. Now this blood is oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means it is enriched with the oxygen, and through which vein it moves there is known as pulmonary vein. This is the only vein, pulmonary vein, which contains the oxygenated blood. Otherwise, you know that all the veins carry the deoxygenated blood. And through now the blood from the lungs has arrived to the right atrium. Now from the right atrium, blood moves to the left ventricle through this valve. This valve is known as tricuspid valve. This is tricuspid. This is bicuspid. This is bicuspid valve because it has bi means two, cuspid means same, flaps. So it has two flaps, so that is why it is known as the bicuspid valve. And from the right and left ventricle, when left ventricle contracts, the blood moves to the whole body. This is obviously oxygenated blood, and the main artery which carries the blood is aorta or aortic arch. Now you can understand that blood once moves to the lungs, from the heart to the lungs, and from lungs to the heart. This is one circulation, and other circulation is to the whole body. That once from the whole body organs other than the lungs, blood comes to the heart, and then again from the heart, blood again moves to the other body organs. This circulation, in which the blood circulates to the lungs and the heart, this is known as pulmonary circulation. This is known as pulmonary circulation. And the second part, in which the blood moves from the heart to the body organs and from the body organs to the heart, this is known as systemic circulation. So because mammals have these two circulations, so because of these two circulations, that circulation is known as double circulation. Students, you can see the diagrams on your screen, in which this is clear that in the mid there is the heart, and the artery which is transporting the blood to head and neck region is the carotid artery, and the vein which carries the blood from head and neck is jugular vein that carries the blood back to the heart. Now, secondly, you can see the subclavian artery. This subclavian artery transports the blood to the four limbs, means our hands and arms. So, from four limbs, the subclavian vein is there which carries the blood back to the heart. Then we have already discussed about the pulmonary vein which transports the blood to the lungs, and from pulmonary artery the lungs come back, the blood comes back to the heart. Then there is lower region in which dorsal aorta comes, and there is hepatic artery which transports the blood to the liver, and hepatic vein which transfers the blood back to the heart. Then there is artery to the gut. This is known as mesenteric artery, and this transports the blood to our digestive system, including stomach and the intestines, and through the hepatic portal vein the blood moves to the liver. Then it comes to the renal artery, which transports the blood to the kidneys, and renal vein, which transports the blood back to the heart. And at the end, there is iliac artery, which transports the blood to the hind limbs or our legs and feet, and iliac vein transports the blood back to the heart.